Okay, got something new for the big boat. Came in UPS the other day. Kind of do a installation video. It's called the TurboSwing. They have a commercial and a recreational application. So we're going to get this installed and then do some videos towing a tube. Show you what this thing can do. Alright, first thing we're going to do is carefully take all this protective wrapping off. Get all this trash cleaned up and we'll keep going. Alright, first thing you want to do after you unpack everything is go ahead and check off everything that should be on your instruction sheet versus what you have in the box. Make sure everything's there. Of course, I got the bracket over there for now. So once you confirm everything's good, you can go ahead and start read the directions a couple times and then go ahead and start installing it on your boat. Alright, well this is what we're going to install the TurboSwing on. Got a 300 horsepower Evinrude G2, and that is where our brackets go. I've got a swim platform, so it's going to make it a little bit easier to get to the bolts, the mounting bolts, because you do use these two upper ones up here on both sides with the bracket. So we're got access through that little cover right there. Alright, first thing we're going to do is take the access panel so I can get to my river mounts. Next thing we're going to do is loosen these bolts up. Take the original nut and washer off, and you have your bolts sticking out. Go ahead and mock up, make sure what we got is going to fit. These are the backing plates. The good washer, and everything's stainless steel. And put these together already. Got your brackets. It should fit. At this point we have to drill an extra hole to stabilize the bracket. Okay, so I had to make a trip to a hardware store and get some shorter bolts. I don't know if anybody's ever tried cutting stainless steel bolts before with like a sawzall or anything, but that's about pointless. So I ended up getting 3.5 inch bolts, which is it's going to fit perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and get those finish getting those put in, and then assemble the brackets. Alright, it was actually easier to, this is a good point. For my application, I had to feed the bolt through, then bolt the brackets on. There's no clearance to get that bolt in or out. So, something to remember. Your application may be a little different, but still the same. And then these bolts actually ride in this groove. tighten those down real quick. Alright, so that's the bracket installed. We'll tighten everything down and make sure we have adequate clearance for the motor to tilt up and down and turn left to right. So, but that's the port side or left side bracket installed for the TurboSwing. Now we're going to go ahead and knock out the starboard side or right side. Alright, so the starboard side just went on just like the port side. One thing that I reread the directions on said to grease this bolt right here. It doesn't specify what type of grease or why. It's got a lock nut on there. So go ahead and grease that. Also, it's more critical, of course, if you have if this is actually going into through your transom. Mine is going into the swim platform, which gets a little bit of water, but you want to go ahead and silicone those holes where you put your bolts through. Otherwise you'll get a little bit of water coming in through there. Like I said, it's not critical with the swim platform, because I mean, as you can see, you may be able to see, it gets water in there. It's actually got a drain plug on the bottom of that. So so that's that. On the starboard side, we'll go ahead and get the next components together and put in. All right, the next step is definitely where you need to have a second person. No, I don't. So see if we can't get this on here. There we have it. Now we just need to adjust it, trim the motor. Alright. Plenty of clearance. I just need to tighten these trim bolts on, which are on these sides here. Alright, now the directions say to put these stoppers on here. Got a motor. Doesn't hit the pulley. I've already measured them out. It's about a foot from here down. Alright, last step is they give you some clips. Of course, that'll keep it from coming up. There you have it. That's the installation of the TurboSwing XL on a 25-foot Pro line with the Evinrude E-Tec G2 300 horsepower motor. We'll do some tubing videos here in a couple weeks or so and demonstrate how this thing works. Okay, I meant to add that one of the nice features about this TurboSwing is the swing part of it is easily removable in case you needed to work on your motor or change fluids or do anything to the motor, or if you just were someplace you didn't want the TurboSwing to be on. You just remove those bolts, one on each side of course. You remove those bolts and you lift the swing hoop up itself and it's gone. So that is definitely a great feature. Real easy to remove in case you needed to do any work on your motor. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the water.